Hello there, it's your Star Wars Dad, and I'm here with your farming guide, my official farming guide for LEGO Star Wars Battles. What cards should you buy? How often should you buy them? How do cards scale and level up the higher they get? When you get to level 10, level 11, level 12, how do common cards do? How do rare cards do? When should you farm them? Should you buy the special offers? What do you do in the shop? How do you farm and level up your deck in the best way possible to win as many games as possible to be the best LEGO Star Wars Battles player you can possibly be? First of all, you should like and subscribe, because that's the #1 way. You get on here, we're doing streams, and everybody's talking on the stream. You get lots of great advice from people who are better at this game than me. So pop on, like and subscribe, join the channel if you want. You can get a lot of good information that way. But let's jump into this. The very first thing I want to talk about are your strike cards. And by strike cards, what do we mean? We mean bombers, we mean boomaballs, we mean seismic charges, and I think we would also consider your epic dropships and your Ewok glider be part of your strike cards. Kind of different, but you can drop them anywhere on the map that you want. So that's why they'd be considered strike cards. I think it is really, really, really important for two of those, and I think it's your bombers and your boomaballs or seismic charge, to level them up as fast as possible, as often as possible, and move them forward. And why do I think that? First of all, they're very readily available in the shop. Now, I don't have it here right now, and I might get it in a minute, but these cards, the bombers especially, but even seismic charge and boomaballs, you're going to see them in the shop a lot. Your first card there, you get your free cards, you get your common card offer, which is going to be 40 for 20 of those. You're going to get your rare card offer, which is going to be 60 for 12 of those. Then the epic cards hit on the bottom row, and you start having to spend some real crystals to get those. In those rare cards and common cards, in the common cards, you're going to find the bombers, you're going to find the seismic and boomaballs. Guys, the thing about these strike cards, it is hidden damage for your bombers, boomas, and seismic. Your opponent does not know how much damage you can do, especially for the bombers and the boomas. They don't know what your cards are at. So, like for instance, if you build a Ewok treehouse or a battle droid factory, if your opponent has boomaball, I take it back, just a battle droid factory. If your opponent has boomaballs at the same level, they can wipe out that factory if they hit it fast enough and don't get anything in their way. So you have to know that kind of stuff. We take a look at a bomber here, the Y-Wing. If we look at the stats, my Y-Wing right now, I'm almost to level 12. It does 491 damage and 736 tower damage. Well, when it gets to level 12, it's going to do a little bit more, well, maybe like 100 more tower damage and maybe 80 more regular damage. But your opponent doesn't know what level Y-Wing or what level TIE Bomber you have. So the more that you level it up, the better off you are. And guys, I think we all know, we've all been saved by the bell at the end of the game, especially on the light side. If you get to overtime and you've got Tauntaun, Boomaballs, and Bomber loaded up, you're basically going to win the game. If you blow that opportunity, that's not my fault. All you got to do is launch the Tauntaun, get the Boomaballs going, drop the Bomber, and you've pretty much destroyed any tower down there at the end, and you've won in overtime. So that's why I think these strike cards of bombers are really, really important to work out. Number 2, I'm going to talk about the 3 Porgs and the 1 Stormtrooper, and, hold on, right here, your 2 battle droids, these common cards that you can upgrade. You get a lot of these in the shop right now, guys. I have my 3 Porgs at level 12. I don't think there's a lot of disagreement in general that the 3 Porgs are probably the most valuable card in the game. Now, obviously, Ewoks are better. A lot of units are going to defeat the 3 Porgs, but it's a 1-cost cycle card that will beat all the other 1-cost cycle cards at the same level. The 1 Stormtrooper is really tough too, but lets you cycle through your deck. It lets you put something out there that's really strong. So when you see these cards, these 2 battle droids out there, that's a 1-cost cycle card. There's my turbo laser. I'm going to buy that turbo laser right now too, because as you level those up, they're good. Now, one thing I want to keep in mind here. It's important for you guys to know this. There, I bought the Tusken Raider. There's Cassian. I'm not going to purchase Cassian. It's really important to know and understand. Common cards ramp up at a pretty steady level. So your bomber might increase by 80 damage early on and by 120 damage, 140 damage as you get to level 12 and 13, okay? So it's pretty steady, between 80 and 140. Your rare cards are going to start ramping up a little bit harder at level 11. They're going to, if they're doing like 100 damage each time, they're going to go like 150 at level 11, maybe 200 at level 12, 250 at level 13. But I want to talk about rare cards for a minute, and I'm going to jump over to my monitor to share a little bit of good news here, or just interesting news that you might want to know. So this is the Varactyl. It's really cool that we've got, where is it here? There's the Varactyl. This is our new card in the game just now. We've done a lot of testing with it. It's an epic card. Did I say where I meant epic? It's an epic card. So you can see here, let's talk about it. At level 4, it has 650 health, does 35 damage, and 52 damage per second. You can see at level 5, it goes up 80 health, 4 damage. Level 6 goes up 80 health, 4 more damage. 7, 85 health, 4 more damage. 8, 80 health, 4 more damage. Level 9, boys and girls, level 9er. That's a 9er in there. It goes up, let me do some, I gotta do math here. 240. So it goes 80, 80, 80. Then at level 9, you gain 240 health and 13 damage. Level 10, you're gaining math is hard. 245 health and another 13 damage. Level 11, 325 health and 17 damage. You look at this, the baby ramp up. So from level 8 to level 13, you're actually almost tripling your damage, maybe 2.6 times your health, and almost 2.5 times your damage. The epic cards, guys, they scale so much bigger than everything else. And while we're talking about that, let's jump back over into our game here. Hey, there's a like and subscribe nooch. Aren't you doing it? Okay, in the shop. So here's the regular shop, right? Then we have these special offers in the chest over here. Now here's how these work. I get a lot of questions about this. How do these offers work? These offers are based on the level of your epic cards. Now, if we look at my dropship, it's level 8, right? Now, when I get to level 7 and what I can get within level 8, it's going to make me an offer. Each time you're able to level up an epic card, you're going to get these offers in the shop. These are the max offers right here, from what I understand. I haven't gotten above it, but from what I understand, these are the max offers. You see, if I get 40 of the Imperial Dropship, I'll upgrade it from level 8 to level 9, and I'll increase the damage of my Stormtroopers. These offers are based on the levels of your epic cards, and you'll keep getting them until you level your epic cards to level 9, and then these offers will stop. You can see that my Tusken Raider, this does not help my Tusken Raider level up to the next level. It's more cards, but you're mainly paying that $1,500 for 40 epic cards. Now, if we go back to the shop, you can see that your epic cards in the shop are costing $100 for each card, right? 200 for 2, 300 for 3, 1,200 for 12, but these special offers are 2.8, 2.75 times. I don't know. We're doing math. It's a lot of math. You're getting a lot more value for those cards if you want to upgrade those epic cards in the shop. I wouldn't recommend the Probe Droid. The Dropship, possibly. We got good friends out there. You know, we've got, who was the guy that did the Dropship on me? Now I'm losing his name. Anyway, you guys saw it on stream. I got a Dropship on me, and I wasn't ready for it, and I was dead before I even knew what was going on. Anyway, that's what's going on with the epic cards. They scale dramatically at level 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So that cards like Chewbacca can become a majorly important card as you get into those higher levels. Whereas at the early levels, he's pretty much the same as everything else. So be aware of that. Common cards are basically scaling the same throughout. Your rare cards are going to start scaling up a little harder at level 11. At level 9, your epic cards start taking off, and they can become real bruisers. So we can watch that. I can't imagine what the Varactyl is going to be doing when it's like level 9, 10. I mean, I can't even comprehend what's going to be going on there. So be aware of that as you go through. That's really important to pay attention to from your decks. What else should you be purchasing in the shop? You can see I'm out of purchases here. But if you look at these rare cards, guys, cards like your Ewoks, and what did I wrote something down here. Germanards, Commons, Ewoks, Commonards. I can't read my handwriting. Commands. I don't know what I wrote. Commandos. That's what it is. Handwriting is difficult. Oh no.
I don't know where you get your delusions, laser brain.
All right, Leia, we know, but you know this.
I'm a Jedi, like my father before me.
I don't care if I can't read my handwriting. It makes me a doctor. I'm like a doc. I'm the doctor of Lego Star Wars battles. Okay, in that rare bucket of cards, now commandos are actually common cards. The common cards are, you get, it works exactly like it says. You get more common cards, you get a little bit less of the rare cards, and the epic cards are even harder to find when you open scans. So, but we've talked about it as you get it, you get it. Of the rare cards, guys, the Ewoks are just straight ballers. If you got to pick one card to level up in Lego Star Wars battles on the light side, aside from the champions, the Ewoks. Whenever you get Ewoks, you better buy those things. You better go out and get some crystals and find a way to buy your Ewoks. Their rate of fire makes them so flaming deadly in this game. Get those Ewoks and level them up as those rare. You guys know I'm like, I wrote stuff down. To talk about the offers already. Okay, guys. Here's the one thing you have to do. Here's the one thing. This is our last tip of the day. We're going to wrap up the video on this. This is so important. Everybody, when you're in the shop, you have to pay attention to the champion shop. Now, when you're shopping champions, here's something very, very important. If you're going to do it the most efficient way possible, and by the way, this goes for all your decks. You can see here that all the cards I'm using are level 10, 11, I got a 12 on the light side, 11, 10, 11, 10, 11, 10. The cards that I'm using, I'm shopping, I'm buying, I'm leveling them up whenever I get the chance. Look down here, my Gungans, I'm not leveling them up. My ATRT, not leveling it up. Flame Trooper, I don't use these cards very often, so I'm not leveling them up unless I have to. Now, let's show something here. Here would be C2 going from level 8 to level 9. He's going to heal for another 30, damage for another 30. That's okay. Whatever. Maybe that was a bad example. Focus in, because every time you spend studs, it starts to get really expensive. And right there, at the level 8 and level 9, you start spending like 4,000, 8,000, 16, 30. It starts getting really expensive when you get above that, especially at level 9, it starts getting expensive. You don't want to be spending your studs in places that are not really efficient for your roster. So be careful where you spend. Don't just upgrade everything the minute it's able to be upgraded, especially once you get to level 8. Pay attention to where you're spending, because if I spent that right now, it might prevent me from doing another upgrade later. So pay attention to that, everybody. I lied. That was a different tip altogether. Guys, with the champions, you have to dial in. I don't know any other way to tell you. If you want to get level 11, 12, 13 champions, and as you ramp up your champions, if you have a level 11 champion and almost everybody you play against has a 10 champion, you're going to be outclassing them by a mile. Same thing, level 11 over level 10. These champs ramp up like crazy. Darth Vader gains like 500 health and more per level as he gets in the higher levels. You got to focus in on one champion per side and level up that one champion. You can't just go willy-nilly, or you're just going to be stuck down playing at the lower planets and not getting the trophies you need to gain. So that's my biggest tip of this entire video. Focus in on one champion and spend the crystals every 4 or 5 days, I think it is. Come in here, buy this token. Right now, guys, I'm focused on Yoda on the light side. There's no reason to focus in on anybody except Yoda on the light side right now. The only other possible viable option would be Luke. Anybody else that you're spending on, you're kind of just throwing crystals to the wind. So Yoda is the way to go with the light side. Dark side's a little more flexible. Vader is the best champion out there because it gives you that third stun, basically. It goes in circles. It's very easy to execute. Easy is not the right word. It's very you can well, we could say easy. Can't talk. It's an easy ability to use. Vader is really beefy, really good with the stun, the damage. You know what he can do. And he's an automatic Yoda counter, which is nice because Yoda's the only one anybody's using on the light side. Almost anyone, the most occurring. Boba Fett would be a tight second in there. It's the opposite. He just does a truckload of damage. But guys, I'm dialed in on a different champion. I've decided that Kylo Ren is my guy. I don't know why, but when I play these games, I just love this guy. And so, I'm leveling up Kylo Ren. Now, what about Dooku and Kenobi? I think that Kenobi's gonna scale up really well. I think Dooku as well. I'm still a little bit wary of their special abilities because Kenobi's, for some reason, you launch it and there's like a lag there. But I think as he levels up and he's doing like when he gets to level 13, his confuse lasts for 7 seconds. Imagine that. You're just going to be wiping people out with that. So he's going to scale really well. Dooku's ability with the pulling in rocks, it does a ton of tower damage and it'll wipe out stuff. But you can't aim it. It can be kind of random, so you got to be careful of that. We're learning about those guys still. I'm focused in on Kylo and Yoda right now. You got to pick a dark side champion. You got to pick a light side champion. Dial in, level up your champions one at a time. Dark side, don't be doing all 4 of them at once and go, I'm going to get them all to 9. I'm going to get them all to 10. I'm going to get them all to... You can do it if you want, if that's what you really choose to do, but it's not the most efficient way to build your roster. Just be aware of that. That's what I got, guys. So let's take all that knowledge that we've spent in the shop. We got our stuff. I got some crystals here, right? Let's work on leveling up these. I really like the Minox. Let's work on leveling these guys up. I'm not touching the program. I'm not touching the Ewok glider. But let's go open these scans and see where they fit. I'm hoping, I think that I'm really close to having my dark side, my TIE bomber, leveled up to level 12. So let's see if we can pull that off today. All right, so let's pull these scans. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Finger not working. Flame tower. Note there, I'm not leveling up my flame tower. I could have that at level 11 right now. 800, 1,000, and I would be about 1,468 way on my way to level 12. But I don't use the flame tower, so I'm not spending this. I don't want to spend my studs. I'm saving them for a special day when I can spend 100, because it costs you 100,000 to level something up to level 12. I gotta save my 100,000 studs so I can get my stuff to level 12. Let's see if we get lucky here. Ooh, some Ewok tree houses. That's nice. All right, these dark side ones are very awesome, guys. I got a gold scan. I got a holocron. By the way, there's a legendary. There's a legendary in my holocron. If I get Kylo and that, boys and girls, we're on our way. All right, let's see what we got here. There's more battle droids. Those 2 battle droids, we're getting close to level 12 on those. There's our studs. And, oh, I'm so close. If I can get TIE Bomber in that holocron, oh, I could talk like a little girl. If I can get TIE Bomber in that holocron, we're going to level him up today. There's a lot of C2 cards there as well. Okay, guys. So let's say a little prayer. Dear Force, dear the Force, between you, me, the rock, the tree, oh Force, grant us a Kylo Ren legendary card and at least 30 TIE Bombers so Nooch can level up his TIE Bomber to level 12 right here on the video for all these wonderful people. All 2,500, how many? 2,700, 2,000, for all 2,537 wonderful subscribers out there. Let's get in and let's see what we can do. Are you ready? Are you ready? What's this? What's this? 2 more battle droids. Okay, I'm edging my way to there. Oh Force, we praise your name. We praise your name between you, me, the rock, the tree. It binds us together, and it gives us a Kylo Ren legendary card. Oh, holy cow! That deserves a high ground!
It's over, Anakin! I have the high ground!
That's amazing. That's just amazing. There's no getting around it. That was amazing. I love doing this. I love pulling a Bantha when I needed a Bantha. I'm on a roll right now, folks. I probably shouldn't talk about it because I'm going to go on a bad streak any moment here. Come on, give me that TIE Bomber. Give me that sweet, sweet TIE Bomber. Ooh, look at that. Give me that. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Oh, look, man. I got a lot of C2. Maybe the Force is telling me something there. Maybe it's telling me to upgrade C2. I haven't been using him a lot lately, though, so I'm not going to upgrade him. There you go. Well, we got the Kylo. I didn't get the bomber. And I'll tell you what. Let's jump over and let's look at C2's. I'm gonna pull over. By the way, what I'm using here is the is the... I'm using the Lego Star Wars Battles Wiki, which is built by your pal Dememes, and I'm going to get in here. Let's take it C2B5. Let's take a look at his level up. I'm going to pop over onto the monitor here. There he is, C2B5. We scroll down. We see that at... So he's gaining here health, damage. So this is his healing. He goes 10, 10, 10, 10, 30 at level 9. Is that where I'm going to? I think it is. It's actually a really big ramp up. So he goes an extra 30 healing at level 9. Yeah. And then level 10, he gets 30 more. Level 11 gets 40 more. We can only guess it's like 50 and 60. There's that rare, that epic card scaling up. You know what, guys? I've got some studs to spare. An extra 30 healing and 30 damage. Let's go ahead and do it. I just spent it just for you, all you wonderful people. There is C2. Scaling up big time as an epic card, just to show the example there. Alright guys, hopefully this farming guide helps you understand how the commons, rares, and epics work, and your legendaries, how you should be focusing your roster, how to dial in and efficiently get the best roster you can get, and hopefully, as you're doing that, you always keep in mind, and remember, of course, boys and girls, Nooch too good. Greetings, young fools. Here at the end of the video, you finally understand that you must like and subscribe and join the channel to support everything your Star Wars dad is doing. And while you're pressing all those like and subscribe and join buttons, perhaps I should tell you about my stormtroopers, my very well-trained, excellent shooting stormtroopers. Do you know where stormtroopers' favorite stores to shop is? Anything next to Target, but, you know, they're not actually the Target. Anything next to or around or somehow within the general vicinity of Target, but they don't shop at Target, that's for sure. And that joke took so long to tell and explain that I sucked the joy right out of it. So you're welcome, and we'll see you next time.